Hey everyone, what's up? An extremely cold Jeff exclamation point is here right behind me. This is the final show of the trip. We are going to go see Hadestown. I have been dying to see this show for a long time, and I'm hoping that this is going to be the great big wow send-off of the crazy theater trip I have just done. So we need to get to the warmth. It's too cold out here. All right, I'll see you inside. All right, in the theater. It is another tiny theater. So here's the stage. Yes, I am excited for hopefully another great performance. So, yay! All right, gang, we're at intermission. This is the set. This is the theater. Now, this theater is super duper tiny. So far, this show it's amazing. There are some legends on this stage. We'll discuss it over cheesecake later. Well, I think this might be all the exploring that we can do. Oh, it's not just a balcony, but there's like a second balcony up there. And look at the ceiling. Oh my gosh. The ceiling is gorgeous. All right, Act 2 is about to start, so I'll get back to my seat and I'll see you guys later.
And I'm back at the hotel, frozen like a brick of ice. It's cold outside. And I, once again, am going to say it, I'm not used to the cold. It's freezing. But once again, I went to Junior's, had dinner. Once again, one of the best hamburgers I've ever had in my life. And it's sad, today's the last day of the trip, and I'm back on the food plan tomorrow. All right, Hadestown. Oh my God, it was so good. It's a beautiful show. Oh, it is so beautiful. It's hauntingly beautiful. It's romantic. It's sad. It's everything. And once you hit the second act, oh my gosh, that show just really gets going in the second act. I was so into it. And then I was heartbroken. And then I was rejuvenated again. And for those of you who have seen it, you understand what I'm talking about. To put this kind of in a very loose nutshell, because I do not want to give anything away for those of you who are going to see it, it's a love story. That's what it is in a nutshell. It's a love story. And this show, it still had like the original cast. I wasn't expecting it. And there was some legends on stage. I mean, legends with a capital L. One of them is Andre DeShields, who plays Hermes. I knew him as the wizard from The Wiz. You guys remember that show? At the age of 75. He's 75 at the time of doing this show. Of course, he won like every award for this role possible. His career is spanning more than half a century. DeShields distinguished himself as an actor, director, philanthropist, and educator. Some of his past roles have been the Broadway production of The Full Monty, Play On, Ain't Misbehavin', which he won the Tony Award for that, and of course The Wiz. Oh my God, to see him on that stage in real life and to see him perform, it was a dream come true. Another person that I did not think was still on the show, but is Reeve Carney. Reeve Carney plays the role of Orpheus, the male lead in the show, who is kind of the male love interest. I started following him when he was Spider-Man, from Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark, the musical, the big Julie Taymor, some will call it a disaster on Broadway, but that is where I started following Reeve Carney, was with that show. So I'm so impressed with what he did. His voice, oh my God, it was just amazing. The other person I want to talk about is Eva, and I'm going to butcher her last name here, Nobilizda, I believe. She plays and this is another name I'm going to butcher, Eurydice. When this girl sings, she has one of the most powerful voices on that entire stage. And there was some powerful voices. There's a couple of moments where she started singing, and it was like everything in this world just stopped for a second. And the audience was just like on the edge of their seats. It was so good. And then, of course, Patrick Page, who plays Hades, with the very low, very bass voice of his. And he was seductive as Hades. Oh, it was good. Oh my gosh, guys, the show was good. The set was very simple, but very effective. So I could see them workshopping the show like in a black box theater, and it would still be very effective. But adding the sets that they did, the staging, which had like 3 turntables to it, plus a trap that would go up and down, just added to the experience. In my opinion, for someone who is starting out with Broadway and starting out in theater, I don't think this would be a good first show. I say the same thing with my highlight show of the entire trip, which was Company with Hattie Lupone. I don't think that's a good starting show. I think these are 2 shows that are really good and you'll really appreciate them if you're really into theater. Now, you'll appreciate it, but not on the level it's really meant to be. And that's just a personal opinion with that. And plus, that theater is tiny. It's small. Well, I was counting the rows in the orchestra. I think it's only 20 rows. 20, maybe 25 rows all the way back. But there's also a dress circle and a balcony. So this thing goes up pretty high. Now, gang, I'm sad, because that was my last show of the trip. I have to fly back home tomorrow, and I'll be back in Orlando trying to edit all these videos to get them up for you guys. And this has been one of my best vacations ever. I did a lot, and dear Lord, I spent a lot of money. Oh God, I spent a lot of money. But I also have been saving for this trip for a good while. But you know, it's New York. I'm not back in Orlando yet, so the food plan is not happening yet. I got like a couple of more hours before I have to start it back. We're gonna have another slice of cheesecake from Junior's, and once again, this is my favorite. It's the apple crumble cheesecake. Before it was the carrot cake cheesecake, which was really good. Then I had this, and yeah, this one topped the carrot cake cheesecake. But the strawberry cheesecake I had last night is probably number 2. So it's been an epic vacation. I hope you enjoyed all these videos. All right, everyone, make sure you like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you next time. All right, take care. Bye.